when you finish, you got this. Let me open the Visual Studio Code. You got this. I prefer also to run it as administrator. So you will end up with this IDE. Okay, and now the next step we are. Sorry, you don't see me now here. Okay, so you end up with this IDE with Visual Studio. It's a very advanced editor. You can do a lot of things here. So what is the next step? The next step is very critical. So please pay attention now. Most of the developers, or the beginners, when they are start working with Python, they are not very well. Let us say there is not enough very correct tutorials that can guide you to do that in a successful way. So what I mean by that.
Just Joseph, I sorry to interrupt you. I just request everyone to just mute their mic because we are not able to hear Joseph. Please.
Okay, so I will share now my. Sorry. This is the links. Sorry. I put the link in our group on the website. So here is the link with all the 2 documents. This is the documents that I'm working with now. All of you see is are watching the Word, the installation, the installing Visual Studio now. Okay. So after we installed Visual Studio Code, now the time to install. Because it's automatically doesn't come with an extensions for Python and working for Python. So we need to install, I call them, they are must to install Python extension and Python for Visual Studio Code and PyLint. And I will explain now how we can install them and why they are so important. So let me go to the Visual Studio Code. So this is the Visual Studio Code. Just let me be sure that all of you watch the Visual Studio Code. It's okay? Are you seeing me here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah. So I assume that I will start from scratch explaining this. So Visual Studio Code, during this course, so I will guide you to work with a lot of things. Till now, I would like to explain the most important things here. So using file you can open and everything you can do with the editor. But here, there is some icons. This is the icons, as you can see here, that you can open use to open the folder or any file. It is a quick icon. Here you can search for a file or any directory. And let me just click here. Here is the icon for what we call the extensions. Okay? So within the extensions, we need to install 3 extensions. Okay? The first extension is called Python extension. Now, when we install Python extension, you can see now. Okay, we can type here Python extension. And this is the Python extension. As you can see here, it's about a lot of people's download and install it. So this extension allowed us to work easily with Python and build a project in Python. So now let me start showing you the first program using Python. Okay, so I'm here. I'm wanted to be sure that I am in the virtual environment. So what is a virtual environment? A virtual environment it is a very handy way to build what we call a sandbox and put all of our software within this sandbox, so later we can publish it on the cloud, and we don't need to do anything. So we can, from the beginning, build a virtual environment, a kind of virtual box of our program, and we are assuming that our program are going to be very complicated and has a lot of things within, and we do not all the time want to, when we are moving from one computer to other computer, to start installing everything. So we build for Python, we call Python virtual environment, so that all the working directory will be related each with other. So how can I do that? So please follow me. First, okay, I can choose a working directory. So let me, here I build some of here I build a subfolder called the application one, but I will build another one. So let me now build a new folder. Let's call it up2. Okay. Now within this folder, okay, I am going to the terminal. This is the terminal. So let me share you the terminal. This is okay, and I can copy and move to the working directory and come here to the step 2 after I create a project folder, and I build using the Python, okay, this Python command, Python -m vn environment. This is the name of the environment that I can build. And now I paste this here, and this instruction caused the Python interpreter to build a virtual environment for us. So this is a very handy. Now if I type to see the directory list, or here if I want, if you can see, there is an environment. Let me share you. So you can see here the environment, and the environment here includes several things, including Python and all its related script. So now I don't need to be related with a particular computer. I can be related with this environment. So the next step, I am going back to my Visual Studio Code, and now I can open the folder. Okay, open folder, and go to the my working application here, and I can select this folder. Now after I, okay, so after I open this, so I can start working with my Python. To do that, please look here, there is two main icons here. This is the icon that I can start creating Python files. So I click here, and I can type main.py. So as I type here, so as you can see, so now I can start, for example, working with Python. So let us print hello. Okay, and now I can run this script. I can run code, and as you can see, I got the hello message. Okay, so okay, so now I will